Yeah, I moved here about 10 years ago I was up in Sacramento area. And I moved back to Southern Cal to be at the beach, be with my family, and I had no idea how big my family would get, you know. It's amazing. I don't know, how many people here are artists? Raise your hands. Probably most of the room, right? If you're not an artist, I encourage you to join this community. It's amazing. I came in, started with a screenwriting group, and all of a sudden somebody said, "Oh, we saw this amazing poet last night." And I was like, "Really? What's his name?" And it was Phil Taggart. And they said, you know, every Thursday they have this thing at the library. So I went to that, and sure enough, it was just amazing. And I didn't bring any poetry, and I was kind of, when it was all over, I was like, shit, I should have gotten up there and said anything, because it's so loving and warm and supportive, and it's just amazing. And so then I heard about the, you know, then I'd been there for a little while, and I heard that they were doing an erotic read, and I said, "Phil, can I be in that erotic read?" And he says, "Sure, you can." And so he says, "But I want you to know that people dress up for it." So I'm thinking erotic. You know, people are going to be leather and stuff like that. I get there, they're in suits, and the women are in nice dresses. And I show up in a black white beater and black leather pants. And I'm going to reuse this joke again. I get up there, before I read my poem, I don't have it with me. But I said, you know, I feel like I'm being initiated here, because when you said people dressed up, I thought that I was going to see people like and Narcy wasn't leather, actually. I thought I was going to see, Narcy. I thought I was going to see people in leather, and there weren't people in leather. And I said to him, and I even went shopping. You know? And so anyway, I'm going to put my pants up so I don't trip. Otherwise, I'd leave them out. Because I don't care. I'm shameless. So then there's, let's see. There's this guy there, this amazing person that does performance art, and you should come to the performance art. So I go, sure, I'll come to it, and I go to it. And at the time, it was at Namba, and it was magical. And there were people, Scotch Witchman, Friday Gretchen, you know, Phil would do something. There are just all these amazing people that would do things, and so I said, "John, could I do one?" And he said, "Sure, you can get up there." So I got up there, and somehow my clothes came off again, and shamelessly again. And John sat through my whole performance. When this shirt, this very shirt, came off, I walked over to John. For some reason, John had moved right to the side of the stage. I don't know if you guys remember, but John had moved right to the side of the stage, and my shirt was stinky too. And as I walked by John, I threw my shirt over his head, and he sat there during that whole performance with the shirt over his head.
It wasn't a shirt.
What's that?
It wasn't a shirt, friend.
Oh, no. It was my shirt this time. And he, you know, he said. And he said, he still to this day says, you know, I made that piece. I wore that shirt the whole time. And if you guys know John, you know, that's typical of John, right? Yeah. So anyway, so then, in the meantime, I was riding my bike up and down the bike trail, and I saw this place over here with these cool rocks. And I was like, oh my God, what is that? And so finally, I decided to stop by and came in here to Art City, and actually Steve greeted me at the gate, And he was hitting on me. No, I'm kidding. He said, have you been here before? And I said, no. And he said, well, I'll show you around. And that's the thing about this place. It's so, welcoming and just, it's what we need in this city. What everybody needs everywhere. So anyway, I walked around and I started bringing people here, and it was like, oh, this place is so magical. And I still tell people about it. I'm afraid that I won't be able to soon. I mean, to bring them here. But I've asked Paul what it is, and Paul says it's I think you said it's a sculpture laboratory. Is that right, Paul? Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Art lab.
An art lab. Yeah, Paul calls it an art lab. And I don't even still know what to call it, except for magic. And when I tell him about it, one of the last things I tell him is that when you go there, you're gonna find that the art just, or these not working, that you're gonna find that the art, yeah, and then you guys can call me Bubbles the Stripper. And I'll roll around on the canvas and everything.
Yeah, right. Right to the boner.
Right to the boner. This is all gathered round. They gazed in my wonder at the joy they found. The head nurse spoke up, said, leave this one alone. She could tell right away I was Brad to the bone. Yeah! Yeah, throw the money. Throw the real money. Brad to the bone. So anyway, I know for certain that I cried when I heard that it was cut and dried. I thought they'd leave us the west side, but no, Ventura died. I need a hug. Come on up here, guys. Come on up and hug. Come on, everybody. Get up here, Narcy. Get up here. Friday and John.